You get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. To get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken in at the 3, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing. Love. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1. A lot more to go. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Love. And the catch made by Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Love now. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Mixon on first down. To the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And a catch right side by Evans.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go play action with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
Hey, can.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I should like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 2nd and 10, Love throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Going back to Love. It's complete to Cook. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jared Cook. 30 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the point. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Following the interception, Love. He's got this to Pickens. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Harris looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Again, it's Harris, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're still going to go for it on 4th and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team. Working out of the gun. Love. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Burrow.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close. They are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now it's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Love. That swung out wide to Harris.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A torn ACL cost Jordan Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now. So sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To the air again, Love. And that is incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Ready.
On 4th down, Love.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Throwing, Love.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
I'm wondering.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On second down, this is Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On third down, here's Harris. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 51 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bengals 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
I'm wondering.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Man, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 40 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Check, pick. Ready?
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Red.
They hand this off to Harris. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
11 mighty.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going to let it go again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's got some space here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Finding space at the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Mixon on the draw, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Shot 17. Hurry.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Taylor now to return it.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
And now here is another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second and 6.
Strike. Check. Strike.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, a tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Black Ultra. Set.
Love now.
Finds Pickens outright.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Ready.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.